Andrew Jackson. Jackson was an outsider, challenging the political establishment and the elites of his day, and his critics disparaged him as a jackass. But Jackson embraced the animal as a symbol of determination.
So let's talk about it. You seen the title of the video? Did you know that the Democrats founded the KKK?
Jackson won in a landslide victory, so his supporters argued that they, and not the old elites, represented the popular will of the country, and they started calling themselves the Democratic Party.
The Democrats in the South wanted to keep the slaves captive, but Abraham Lincoln, the Republican, freed them. Now you can argue whether he was an advocate for black people, whether he, just wanted to start the Industrial Revolution and he saw no need for slaves. I'm not really tripping. I'm not even Republican. I'm just stating the facts, like I said before.
Immediately began expelling Native Americans living east of the Mississippi River, an issue that defined the new administration. After he signed the Indian Removal Act into law in 1830, 5 large tribes were rounded up and forcibly marched into territories and camps further west.
So now let's fast forward to today. What have the Democrats become? Well, when Obama became president, all he did was give you a bunch of empty promises, spread the LGBT and the BLM movement. All propaganda, of course, and all antichrist. And we see him all of a sudden pulling stunts. Let me show you a clip.
There you go. Generally I have not been doing stunts here, but, And this used a filter. The water around this table, was Flint water that was filtered. And it just confirms what we know scientifically, which is that if you're using a filter, if you're installing it, then Flint water at this point.
So now let's fast forward to the Trump and Clinton era, when Clinton was supposed to be the president, but sadly her emails got exposed and everyone had a feeling that she was doing something behind the sheets, or behind the curtains, you may say, and it caused her to lose the election, which was a good thing. Yet a lot of propaganda towards Trump got pushed out, a lot of hate, a lot of unnecessary things, a lot of false accusations got pushed out on him. Now, I'm not a Trump advocate, I'm just saying that that's what it is. And we obviously know that there's corruption behind it. Let's be honest. Her name was on the Epstein list. That's all I gotta say on that. And when he was our president, why was everything moving smoothly in the economy? Because I know people don't like to hear me talk about that. People don't like to hear that at all. But it's the facts. The economy was running better, and now that we see that Joe Biden took over, we see that gas prices, bam! We see everything, bam! Grocery prices, bam! Shooting up. That's who y'all voted for. Not to mention that he covered up his own son's videos. Don't know what I'm talking about? Here's a video. And lastly, the last thing I'll say about Joe Biden is that he's a white supremacist. He was literally at a KKK member's funeral. Yes, you heard that right. A KKK member's funeral. Robert Byard, the KKK advocate, that's whose funeral he was at. I don't want to hear the fact checkers saying that he wasn't, because he is. That's the truth of the matter. And his little helpers, Kamala Harris and AOC, all they do is laugh behind their desk, making false promises that you believe. There is a whole border crisis occurring right now, and a whole bunch of drugs and fentanyl being smuggled over. Not to mention that there's kids every day getting raped by the cartel. But ain't no one saying nothing about that. Everyone wants to be quiet about the border because, what, they're Hispanic, because they're Mexican? That don't mean nothing. We gotta have shut borders. There's gotta be a line that you draw to come into the US. There's way too many people now, and what? Just for some votes? Just to tell the Hispanics and the blacks that, hey, vote for us because we're helping the little guy. When we're really just taxing you more, taking more from you. We're trying to make everybody equal, but that's not how it is. You work to get to where you're at. Ain't no equal status here. It's disgusting. But you and I both know that they have handlers. Freemasons, Illuminati, the elites, whatever you want to call them. They think they're gods, but they're really lowercase g gods, because they're gonna die one day, and they ain't ruling this world forever. And I'm trying to open y'all's eyes, trying to tell y'all the truth, because I ain't crazy, I ain't no conspiracy theorist. I know what I'm saying. I'll die for what I believe in. Real talk. Democrats and the Republicans, they're both wrong. They both just trying to control power. And a lot of the Democrats, especially the Democrats, is trying to control power. But what else can I say? I'm just stating the facts here. Subscribe if you want more videos. Hit the like button. Comment if you feel some type of way, and pretty much it.